you're going to see me frequently just checking in on our online viewers as well. So we're just going to get right into it. So on our cover, we have some of the things that we were asking about are we'll just start off with this one. Is either going to be do women want to care about money or do men only want one thing? Why do those go hand in hand, Tony?
I don't know why it goes hand in hand. I can't say they go hand in hand right off the bat, but it is a popular topic. That's something I get all the time. Oh, no more money. Women need only one thing. But since ladies go first, is that a thing in your circle that you see or hear all the time? Do women care about it?
That's not fair to put that on me, so it's so not fair.
Is it?
I can't speak for everybody, but that's one thing. I can't speak for everybody. But, you know, I really like your fact that I know people that maybe that is something that is a priority to them. So it's not saying that they only want that thing, but it could be something that is important to them.
Okay, when you say one thing, it could be a million things. I think, you know what I'm saying, I get what I think the question was trying to allude to about the one thing, you know what I'm saying, but I feel that in today's age, it's more about polarity. You know what I'm saying? If I have nothing in common with you, then of course, you know, there's going to be no interest. But I know what women are saying when they say, oh, man, I love that thing. I know what you think when you say that. But the thing is, we can find that thing anywhere. I can find it on an app, I can find it at a grocery store, in a bar, I can find that one thing. But the one thing that I'm ready to say and probably respond to a text message is clarity. If we have something in common, something to keep up the conversation, keep me interested. Because in today's age, we have a lot of options. I don't have to leave the house to have options. So because I don't have to leave the house to have options, that means the person that I'm texting, the reason why I text her back is because we have polarity. There's something in common. Because if not, you don't want to text somebody else. There's other options. So, but on the other end, when it comes down to women on the women, I do feel there's a pressure there for men to kind of have more than what we already bring to the table. Because that seems to be a tire. Where we go out to the day, that kind of thing. And it's like, well, you know, before you figure out how much I make, you should be interested if you want to even sit in the car with me for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But it does tend to be a popular topic.
I know. I feel like that is a lot of pressure to bring on to a man, especially if you're like, wait, well, can you please tell me what other you liked about anything we talked about or anything at dinner before you're like, oh, so, you know, what's your occupation? Because sometimes part of dating app fatigue is that people don't want to feel when they go out to events or they go out to dinner, they don't want to feel like it's an interview.
See, my fatigue on the dating app is, I have to answer the same question 20 times within 2 hours. How are you? What do you do? What are your hobbies? Where do you work? I'm like,
and then all that stuff, you say, oh,
you know what I'm saying? When you get that like 20 times, I'm swipe up and I see the same thing. Hey, what do you do? What are you into? Swipe. Hey, what are you into? Where are you from? Swipe. And once I get that like 20 times, I'm overstimulated. Now I just feel like watching another game. I feel like
well, playing the game, you guys are into fantasy football, helping get your lineups are set up. If you're a Cowboys fan, it's a good weekend because they won, and if you're a Houston Texans fan, it's also a good weekend.
yes, you're doing some great things. I was, you know what? I was a Houston Oilers fan and then the Texans fan just kind of like. I was with the Oilers and they kind of, like, no, I'm the Houston fan.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
They're right there on the TV. If you still support them. Another thing about dating app fatigue is it's not just about the terrible combos that you will have, because that is definitely one. It's about we want to get ghosted and ask if something having to text. You know, if you're starting a conversation and it goes maybe 3 to 4 days, and then you know you just get left on red, and then you're like, wow, I thought we had something. No, okay.
It goes back to what I was saying. Those typical questions that you either too sexual, right? It's too pervasive, or it's just you kind of with the whole thing of, oh, you know, how you really doing, what you like to do. And so when you answer that 20 times, you get burnt out. So, you know, I'm usually looking now for an original, you know, comment that makes me kind of like, okay, I want to, actually talk to this person. Something like, what are you doing on this app? Like, what's somebody that's like, why are you on this app? So I might respond back, well, I don't know. Somebody may get nervous talking to me. I don't know. I'm just bored. You know, that gauges that conversation other than you kind of get left on red. You probably get left on red because, again, the common questions that people normally ask. How are you? What are you doing? You know, what do you feel there? That kind of thing. It's too direct. You know what I mean? People don't know too much personal stuff on the first combo. And you get kind of like, I don't know if I want to answer that. What's the town you live on? You're like, whoa, I don't know if I want to answer that.
It's completely valid. You totally don't have to answer that. I mean, it's up to you. It's like, I am taking the time to talk to you, and then you want to ask me such invasive questions. How about we will move on and see what happens after that. And the new thing with dating out fatigue is that, not only is it terrible condoms, it's the ghosting, it's also this thing, the lack of interest and personal development that happens in apps. The lack of, because you're talking to someone and you think you know who they are, you think you know what they look like, and then you go out with them and maybe they don't look like their pictures, which is something I haven't encountered often. Or maybe they don't do what they say, which is also something that happens often.
You post your glory days, you know what I'm saying? Something like fresh out of high school or the first couple years of college, you post your glory days. And now you don't look like that anymore. It's like, well, I was working on it, okay? I was working on getting my head down.
That's not fair. That's not fair to women who are being her men. You want to post about your glory days, you can show us your glory days. But I want to know what you look like right now. I don't want to know what you look like 10 years ago. It's like, oh, why was it? Maybe I was not really not something real, but so I kind of want to know what you look like now. Right? Now, not necessarily like, oh, well, 10 years ago, I couldn't even talk about that. Like, no, you weren't. You would be in Miami still. You really didn't.
And I think one of the other things that messes me up. Sure. Cool. Oh, sure. So one of the things that kind of messed me up was, on the dating app was, I thought I had more options than what I really had. All right, so I had like 20 people kind of hit me up. And I really thought I had 20 options, when in reality, I only had 3. Most of those 17 were probably just bored, and I probably hit them up, or they hit me up on a Friday, Saturday night. So I really thought I had 20 women really hit me up. Really, I only had 3, so I really tried to make a connection. Okay, this is up. Where you going to meet up at? Which restaurant you like? I only had like 2 or 3 responses, and I was thinking, well, I was just thinking I had 20, and I really only had like 3. And kind of playing around with my options, I ended up like 1, and I didn't like that. So I think that's the other thing that kind of messes you up and you get ghosted or things don't. I think it's the reality that you really have. When people have like, it shows you, right? You have like 50 people in engagement. You have to kind of take that number down. Some people were bored. Some people had a friend that did it for them because they were too scared, that kind of thing. So you really may only have like a tip of what you really see on those apps. So if you have 20, like take that down. You may only have like 5. You know what I'm saying? But don't play around with your options too much because you may not have as much as you think you have. Not everybody's going to show up. Some people just want to talk. That's all you want. They don't want to show up and date. Some people just want to talk. So with your dating options, you may not have as much as you really see. That's right.
Yeah, so I mean, you're my favorite person to talk podcasting, so I'm so happy that you are here. And I also just want to take the time to thank everybody that is here and out and reviewing. We're hoping that you use this time as an icebreaker time. I was like, these you can think about, things you might want to talk about, or might not want to talk about. It's all up to you. These are your time, your dates that are coming up. So maybe something to think about is, you're in the talking stage. You don't have to answer me right this second. Maybe this is something you talk about with your dates, but this always comes up, and I always see people ask, talking today is it best to have more than one option? And I know that sounds really controversial, and you're probably thinking like, why would I say that out loud? Like, why would I publicly say, oh yes, I have 10, 1, 2, and 3, all in a line, and we're going to meet at 3 different places at 3 different times, right? So, you don't have to say it all over. It's something to think about. So, maybe you can ask me later what I do, and we can go from there. But another thing you can think about, do we make a move on first date, Tony?
It would be safer if you did, because the option of what to do and not to do is going to be based off of my behavior. So if nothing's telling that I should make that move, then yeah, most guys are not going to. There's too many sexual harassment laws out there. So no, I'm going to be safe if you kind of give the notion that the first move is safe. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be better if, I kind of made the first move. And it can be light. It could be a hand on the thigh. It could be a pat on the shoulder. Oh, that was funny. I mean, it's something to embrace more than just conversation. Because conversation got us close, right? But to make a first move, that means somebody's making the first move for touch. So it will be better and safer if you want to make the first move as far as touch.
Oh, it would be safer for us to do it. Okay, I see. I see where you're getting at, but knowing me personally, I probably wouldn't. I would probably want the male to take the lead that may be speaking to some women, not all. But I totally get what you're saying. Like, there could be a potential to cross the fine line, and I totally get that. You gotta be safe and sorry, that's in any situation, even if it happens. But I'm so happy that you guys are here and that you guys get to meet people. I know that's why you're here. You're to make in-person connections. Also, just by the way, Adonis does have really few specials for you guys. So take advantage of those offers, save some money, get some great drinks, some great food. I have had great food at this place, and it's amazing. So I'm so happy that you're here. If this is your first time at this restaurant, welcome to the restaurant. The atmosphere here is great. The owners are great. They truly care about everything that they do on the plate and at the bar. Alright, so I'm gonna. If there's so much dating app fatigue, is that the best way to meet people, whether it's dating or non-dating related? Is it best to meet them in person?
It takes out the guesswork when you meet somebody in person. Like you said, you want me posting my pic 10 years ago. Alright, that when you meet somebody in person, it's obvious. It takes out the guesswork and the question of who you're really meeting. And what they're all about. You can tell that by body language, by conversation, by meeting them in person. It's a little nervous, but I'm telling you, the bad part is only within the first 15, 20 seconds. 15, 20 seconds, as soon as that's out of the way, you guys are both going to be comfortable with each other, and you guys are going to know whether you should walk away or, continue with the conversation, something else.
That is fair. And all encounters with people, they're all experiences, and everything new to everyone. Some people, experience social anxiety. Some people don't. Some people they're ready to meet people, they're ready to be in person, and they want to meet people, they're happy to meet people. And sometimes you might have to meet, the other person halfway, because maybe they are like, I do have social anxiety. I do get nervous, I do get scared to meet people, but I want to make new connections. I want to meet people. I want to, make new friends. Which is why they take that step on the board. Which is why all these people here, they're coming to meet people in person. Whether they're going to be future friends or future dates, that's what they're here for. That is a great thing in itself. I heard that things like sweatpants are becoming popular. Running groups are becoming very popular. That's another way that you can meet people outside of, it being a dating, kind of context. Like obviously at the dating.pro's dating events, right? And if you're going to a running group, it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to have dating affiliated with it, right? Meaning, you can just go make new friends and go get a workout out of it. Like I think those are two great things. Go work out, go meet new people, go make friends. Just get yourself out there is, the first step into just meeting new people in general. Do you think there's other ways to meet people or meet people?
Other ways, yeah, yeah. Okay, but going out in public places would be the one. Going out to nice restaurants we're doing right now, bars and stuff like that, or easy way, you can work on your pictures, find some places like this and actually look at pictures and stuff like that. Just start a good conversation. So yeah, Sweet House is great because it's a group setting. Show up, you didn't work out, so you're not, she's not gonna be looking all tall, you're not gonna be looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Just everybody's there to try to better themselves. So you're gonna be around, motivated people that are working on and trying to perfect themselves. So I feel like it's another great tool. These weightlifting apps and stuff like that to really meet people because you're meeting people under the mindset that they're just supposed to perfect themselves. You know what I mean? So everybody's just, all the figure out what we got, whether it is in Pilates or something. And I mean, if you ever done any one of those things, Pilates or running, I'm telling you, you're not going to be cute doing either one of those things. You're all going to be on the same playing field there. So it's easy to talk to somebody that's already, not all dogged up and everything like that. We're all just talking about, getting ourselves better. So it's a more positive way of having a fruitful conversation.
And if you've been to a lot of our events where you're doing speed dating or you're coming out to a scavenger hunt or you're coming out to other events that we offer, if you feel like you want to take a step further, if you follow us on Instagram, we do matchmaking Mondays where we do tailor out and make private one-on-one dates with people that are in the area. And also if you're ever out in Austin, we also have a branch out of Austin, so if you ever want to go to an event out of Austin, that is also an option. And all of our things on Eventbrite, so you can see where it is, you can see where it's going to be, San Antonio or Austin, and you can purchase it from there. And if you're like, I love coming to these in-person events, but I want something that's a little bit more tailored to me, you can invest in matchmaking. We do also offer matchmaking, so it does cost a little bit more than it does to come to our speed dating event, but it's a way for you to just get the direct dates that you want, tailored to your specific needs and your wants. We tailor it as best as possible, as much as possible, because you are investing in a service that you're like, I want this in a person, I want this in a man or a woman. So if you've ever wanted to explore matchmaking, we do matchmaking Mondays, which is free to sign up on the matchmaking database. You can follow our Instagram. You'll see on Mondays because it's matchmaking Monday, we're ready to make some one-on-one tailored dates. And also, if you're curious, you can go to our website to look at our matchmaking packages or see more information on what matchmaking is. Okay, Tony, so for everyone that's local to San Antonio here, where are you going to take them out? Where are you going to suggest that they go out? Where are you going to suggest that they do for date number 1? Or are you going to tell them something else?
I'm going to find the most classiest McDonald's I can find. The price really nice, right? Like the chair is really nice. Open areas where you can walk and kind of talk and stuff like that, and not kind of get too bombarded by, annoying waitresses and stuff like that. So I think going to like outside areas where you can just kind of walk and talk and kind of do yourself, be open to the public. It's a little bit better to, have an open conversation with somebody, especially with someone new. And if you're a little nervous, you know what I'm saying? Being on the outside, you got plenty of ways to run. If you're a little nervous, you feel like you got to run. If you're outside, you can do that real easy. It's hard to do that when you're inside. Places like we're at right now, this is great. I love this atmosphere. You got the teams going, you got the bar going. It's a real great atmosphere. You got an outside table, so I mean, it's not really, I just see a whole bunch of ways to bother people and stuff like that. So I'm kind of doing this atmosphere that we're in right now. To actually just be around and actually say, hey, I want to just be outside, just have a nice conversation, not be interrupted every 5 minutes, and have an open dialogue with those guys. This is totally vibe, street vibe.
what is something you want to give a tip to the audience in terms of what is something you might avoid on a first date?
Avoiding on a first date. Let me see about all my failures. Let me see. Let's not try to be too. Okay, let's not try to be too alluring, too revealing on a first date. That can go south. That went south for me once, maybe twice. Another thing that was a little red flag. On the first date, try not to give too much information. Right? And I know you're getting to know someone and everything like that, but the information I'm leading to, don't go on a first date and all you talk about is all your past exes. Man, I had a breakup and then I got on one of those apps. I went on the date like within a week, and that's kind of all I did. Needless to say, I didn't get a second date. But that was wild. You know what I'm saying? I kind of thought about this, like, hey, when's she coming back? We had a good time. No, I had a good time because I was venting the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I was first on the breakup, a week later, had another date. I was like, all then went the whole day talking about all the exes. Tragic. And I didn't know it until I went on another date, and the girl kind of did the same thing to me. She ran to talk about all her exes, and I was just sitting there eating fries, like, okay. Okay. And another ex. Okay. It got boring. And really, I got a little scared too. I was like, I don't think you're ready. I think you need to kind of chill out, do some Netflix and chill with the girls before you invite me to it. You know what I mean? You'll work that out with your friends before you go invite me out to figure this thing out with you. So that was the thing. And so, and like I said, back to the revealing thing. All right, so, and I know this is more of a thing for women to do. When you're too revealing, right? It kind of picks up my testosterone a little bit. If you're too revealing or whatever, it makes me think that you're thinking about the one thing you don't want me to be thinking about. So if you're super revealing, and I wouldn't be happy. Right? So this class, we understand with ripped jeans for whatever. And of course, I couldn't help but to look at what she had on. So I'm sitting there ordering, but I'm like, yeah, could I get two Long Island iced teas? And I'm like, dude, I can't focus. I don't even know what I want to eat right now. Because she was too, you know what I'm saying? And now I can tell she's watching me watch, right? But she was too revealing. It was hard for me to focus on our conversation. So I think those two things can be a little bit of a red flag. I would say a red flag, but it can be a red flag to someone that doesn't know you. Because that doesn't, just because you talk about your exes, that doesn't mean you're weird. You just venting at people, but you try to not get them on the first date. It looks bad. And it looks like your next person is going to be your next ex. And being revealing could push out the wrong, you know what I'm saying, the wrong message about what you're really there to do. Are you there to connect or are you there to hook up? And depending on what you wear, you can kind of tell that. You know? And try not to talk about your job too much. That was a little bit of a red flag for me too. I started thinking about the job, that ain't horrible at all. So more or less talking about who you are as an individual, talking about the things you like versus the things a whole plethora of things you don't like. It just kind of turns out to be kind of like more of a turn on. So just talking about things you do like, things that make you happy, you know, things that make you smile, so that way you can smile more in the day. I was, you know, watching somebody in the day, and they was just sitting there, you know, stone-faced the whole time when the girl was talking, and I was like, you know, he's just sitting there stone-faced the whole time trying to be straight. I'm like, dude, smile. You know, you're on a date, say something. But I think it's because of the nature of their conversation. I couldn't tell what they was talking about, but I could only think that they was talking about something that was super serious. And I was like, I hope this isn't the first date because this is not how first date should look. It should look more light, laughing, joking, you know, that kind of thing. Not talking about stuff that makes you upset, like exes and your supervisor and this and that. So kind of be more light about what you're doing, and then there's something that's more pleasant. So that, you know what I'm saying, keeps the distraction away from your face. Make sure your face is like the one thing that they're looking at. So like I have on, yeah, I kind of got my shirt open, but still, like, the one thing you want to look at is my face right now, versus, oh, what type of jeans does he have on? What type of shirt he has on? So try to be casual, don't overdo it with all your Gucci and stuff like that. Be real casual with it, so that way your face is the most attractive thing that you look at. So that when you're having that conversation, it's a lot of engagement. Because if you're too revealing with your clothes, or you're too, like I said, upset with your conversation, your eyes are going to start wandering everywhere else, and before you know it, your conversation becomes about everything else but you. You want to be the main point of the conversation. You want to be the main attraction. You made this person, you said enough for this person to get out the house to see you. The last thing somebody wants to do is start looking somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? For points of contact to talk about. You want to be the main focal point. So wear something that your face is going to be the most attractive thing they see. And then when you're talking, make sure you're talking about something that makes you smile, makes you happy. And smiling is like yawning. When I smile, it kind of makes somebody else smile. When I laugh, it makes me laugh. It's scientifically proven. It's attractive. It's appealing. When somebody's smiling, you automatically want to. If you see somebody laughing on TV, you automatically want to know who they're laughing about. It's attractive. It's appealing. So try to stay away from topics that don't make you smile. Only bring up topics that make you laugh and smile because they want to see the better side of you than the worst side of you, especially on the first day.
Oh, thank you, Zoe. That was so helpful. Thank you. I wanted to also ask, I'm a big sports person. I was very much a sports fan. I'm very knowledgeable in sports. I want to be a sports fan. So yeah, I also do a lot of basketball. I do fantasy football. Do you think it's a turn off for men that I want to talk to or men that I want to meet that I have a lot of knowledge in this particular, football and basketball the most? Is it a turn off for men if I feel like I might know more than them in this kind of sport? Or do I just kind of sit back and lay still and just let them talk about it and read about what they want. And in my head, I'll just keep talking myself like, oh, I do know that stuff from last day. I do know that you guys from the fourth quarter. The first quarter. Are those things I do to myself or are those things that I should express with others? Because not every man I've ever met is into sports. And that's okay. But for me, you would definitely have to be into sports because that will definitely be a pivot point for me. Like, no, I don't want to know. I got into the same thing. That would not work for me. That's for sure. If I have all this knowledge, do I speak to myself or should I share it? Or do you think as a man yourself that you is enough?
For me personally, a win is a win. A win is a win. For me personally, it's a win. A win is a win. If you're into it, great. That means I don't have to explain the game when I'm watching it. So if there's a fumble, you won't be talking about, did he break the shot? Then I'll be like, dude, you said it. Now, if we're at home, yeah, not a big issue. But like I said, most friends are going to be a little funny, right? A little comical. But majority, when I talk to my friends about it, I'm trying to think of a friend that's not into sports like I am. Well, no, you know what? It was a little intimidating. He said it was a little intimidating that, yeah, she was really, really into sports. And he kind of like, he knew a little, the basics, enough to survive a high school game, but not enough to figure out what's going on with pros. Right? So he was like, it was a little bit intimidating because her aggression about it. You know what I'm saying? When the touchdown happened, she's jumping up, she's cheering, she's flexing. When the fumbles happen, the foul calls, she's mad, she's slapping the table. So it's like, for the most part, it got really, you know what I'm saying? Really. But I don't think it was so bad. It's like I said, for me personally, it was a I just think that, I think when you do it, is do it little by little. Because you don't know what guys are with the sports stuff, right? So you do it little by little. A touchdown, everybody's excited about a touchdown. When the fumbles and the fouls and the crossing for the ref be a little less right. Just to see where he's at with it, like make sure he knows his ball. Before you feel like, oh my God, the ref sucks. Just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Take to a 4 out of 8. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much. I was like, and I wanted to thank the crowd again for coming out and listening to our little spiel that we do every now and then. Sometimes it's with Tony, sometimes it's with me, sometimes it's just me. Or sometimes I'll also have famous people on the podcast too, if you've never checked it out before. Not that long ago, we did have David Gabe, who's a famous reality coach. So, and that was really fun to have her. She gave us her insights on dating and tips for both female and male, but in particular more male. So if you are a male and want to check that podcast out, it is on our YouTube. So I wanted to say thank you to my partner Tony for coming out as my podcast host. It's always great to have someone up here with me. Thank you to Dennis for having us, hosting us, and you guys already know who follow is going to be your mini speed dates. They can be really around for you lightning speed dating. So don't forget, and we have food and drink specials available for you. So my name is Nadia, this is Tony, and this has been the end of our Connect podcast.